So we find ourselves here in Fallout 76, okay? And this is the PTS, right? And like if we look at ourselves here, we're like we're a glowing ghoul, right? Like we're all feral and fucked up and glowing, and we're a ghoul, okay? Okay, so we've established that. So then we just want to wander out here, right, to where these feral ghouls are, right? Why are my brothers attacking me? What's going on? That didn't seem right. I mean, it's been established in every Fallout game, including this one, up until whatever the fuck this is, that feral ghouls and non-feral ghouls were not hostile towards each other. Okay? Like previous to this, in this game, there are situations where you'll encounter where there's a non-feral ghoul that you'll end up having to mingle with or whatever, that'll be in a situation with feral ghouls that are not hostile to them. Okay, so that was also established in this game. It's not just a before this game thing. Like, it's not just a they're fucking it up for this game. Like, they're fucking it up right now. Like, they're breaking the lore right now. Okay? So I have an issue with that, okay? It's like, I understand, like, change the mechanics, do whatever you need to do. I understand, like, if this is a play style that can't be compatible and also be lore appropriate, then let's just not fucking put it in here, okay? I mean, it's not like an Atom Shop fucking dumb mask or something they can say is not part of the canon, okay? If this is in this game, this means this entire game now cannot be canon. I mean, am I blowing this out of proportion? I'd also like to know why there is no other creators are talking about it. You know, like I brought up comments on a few videos, and people, you know, for the most part, generally will agree. But it's I've tried to bring it up in a live chats a couple of times, and the creators that are not outwardly against this, they won't even engage with my comment. They'll ignore me. Even if I'm a regular to their chat, if I start asking questions about why is this ghoul stuff not lore appropriate, they won't even engage with me. Like, they're so afraid that if they say something that Bethesda doesn't like, they won't get a free copy of the next game or some shit. Like, it's fucking irritating, okay? Oh, and maybe that's nothing. Maybe I'm just blowing it out of proportion, right? Now, do any of you people remember this little place called the Wayward? It's this little bar in the beginning of the game. You first come here, and there's a ghoul that's sitting at this fucking bar with this lady. There's a fucking ghoul sitting in here at the fucking bar, right? Now fucking explain to me how this is even fucking tolerable. There's a fucking ghoul sitting in the bar. Okay, it would be fine if you took 8 minutes to call the voice actress and say, lady, will you give us another fucking couple lines, so that she can say, hey, I don't recognize you, and be a little fucking unfamiliar when you walk in the door. But not being able to go in this motherfucker without a mask, not cool, man. That doesn't work. This is fucking fucked up, okay? And then, I mean, let's just keep adding to it, right? Because you remember this place, right? There's some settlers that live down here in this place. I think you probably remember when you helped them out, and they helped you out, and they might have been the ones to help you get in that vault 79. You remember that? And then I think throughout your course of you doing that, you met this lady named Penny, right? And she was a ghoul, right? And you remember when you sent her to this town, right? I don't remember having to give her a mask. I don't remember her having to wear a mask. I don't remember it even being a shit we talked about. Right? But now when I come here where fucking Penny is right now, and I try to go in there, what do I get? But there's a ghoul in there right now, standing right next to the motherfucker that runs this place. But I need a mask to go in there. She didn't need a mask when she went in there.
The only time I miss being inside the vault is when the weather...
How about, well, we'll go one more. We'll do one more. Why not, right? Have I even been here on this character? Yeah, I have. There's this place called the Crater, right? You might remember this place. The Raiders live here. There's a Raider. What's her name? Meg. Meg is the Raider that lives here. And then there's also this other guy, remember. I can't remember his name. Lou. Remember Lou? Is a fucking ghoul. And you know where Lou's bedroom is? Right next to Meg's fucking bedroom. In fact, where is Lou right now, do you think? I'll give you one guess. Probably in this place, right here. But guess what? I need a fucking mask to get in there. Because I'm a ghoul. But you got a fucking ghoul in there. Like, this is so dumb. And so poorly thought out. And so fucked. And like, the other part that nobody's talking about, right? Is like, you don't need to do damage anymore, okay? In the beginning, yes, you needed to be bloody to be able to do damage to get the fucking job done, because this game used to kind of sort of be hard. But then it all started on the downhill trend with One Wasteland for All, and now it's easy as fuck. You don't need to do any more damage than you can do on a general purpose full health build, okay? So the issue's not damage. The reason Bloodied is still attractive as fuck, and the reason that most people won't leave it once they've started it, is because of the addition that you get to intelligence. So you level faster. The addition that you get to agility, so you can sneak, like, without even having the sneak perk, you can sneak perfectly. It raises your perception really high, so that even if you don't have 50% chance to hit in VATS on your gun, you can still hit shit in VATS with your gun. Like, that's the reason why people go Bloodied. This was the perfect opportunity to say, okay, well, if you're feral as fuck, the higher your feral meter is, when you get to, you know, 99% feral, and now let's make just regular out in the world NPCs will be hostile to you because you just look like a feral fucked up ghoul. That would make sense. Duh. Like, I don't understand what in the fuck they were thinking here. I really don't. Like, you have to admit that even if you like this, it's fucked up. You know, why when you're not maxed out on feral, does it not give you +3 to perception, agility, and intelligence and luck? Or luck and agility, or something of that. You know what I mean? There could be a perk. The higher your feral meter, the more agility you get, or the more luck you get, or the more chance to hit and VATS you get, or the more intelligence you get for XP gain, or all the reasons that people actually do Bloodied. People don't do you don't need to do Bloodied for the damage anymore. Okay, that used to be a thing, and I'm sure for some people it's still a thing, but for the people that live in the real world and actually play this real game, you don't need to do any more damage than you do just on a normal full health build with a fixer. That you can get this job done with that. Not everybody's doing raids. That's not for everybody. Okay, I understand that there's going to be a narrow group of people for everything. But for the general public, this does not fucking make sense. Feral ghouls should not be hostile to you. Okay, but you take that large portion of enemies out of the game. How do you balance that? Well, you make it so that when you're all fucked up and glowing green and feral, just random ass NPCs out in the world, they'll be hostile to you because you look like a fucked up feral ghoul. You know, everything should respond to you like you're a feral ghoul when you're a feral ghoul. But when you're not feral, you should be treated by everybody the same way they treat every ghoul that's not feral. Like, you can't have the NPC class and then the player character class and then the random pop-up. What the fuck, Todd? Like, I mean, I don't understand how they could get to this point, release this into the PTS and go, you know what? Nobody's going to have a fucking problem with this. Okay? I don't give a shit about the mechanics of it. I don't care about how cool the melee is with it, how you can fuck shit up, and how you can be invincible. And I've tried all that, and I've seen all that, and I understand that. You know, and I mean, I don't think that the way that you change into a feral ghoul is perfect, but they did okay. Like, I don't think that this is total failure here. I'm not trying to be that guy. But the lore implications here means that, you know, for anybody that gives a fuck, this game can no longer be canon. This game now breaks every single Fallout game ever. Every single Fallout game, feral ghouls and non-feral ghouls were not hostile to each other. You can't just all of a sudden change that because it's the easy way to fix this fucking game mechanic. No, what you need to do is get on the phone, call back a couple of your fucking voice actresses, pay the $8 and get the job done the right way. Like, you can't half-ass this in. This is fucked up, and this is going to make a lot of people mad. You know, I mean, am I going to, like, stop playing the game and beat on my fucking hate drum and shit? No, I'm not going to be a feral ghoul. This isn't going to be a portion of the game outside of this testing in the PTS that I'm going to participate in and enjoy because this is too big of a fucking lore implication. Okay? Like, I mean, seriously, tell me down in the comments, you know, the link will be there. Join the Discord. You know, tell me, you know, am I really blowing this out of proportion? You know, I mean, yes, it's one little aspect, okay? But tell me I'm not right. Tell me I'm wrong. Give me instances. Prove to me that I'm wrong. You can't. From a lore perspective, even if you only look at this game, just this one single game, they're breaking the established lore of this game to add this. Like, they're not going back and changing things or making people say they're just throwing this shit in there, fucking this shit up, and pretending like we're too stupid to fucking notice. So, yeah, I mean, dislike the video, like the video, comment on the video, give me some hate boners. What do you think? Am I out of my tree? But anyways, until the next one, I've been 7.